Hello everyone, and welcome to this session on consumer protection laws and practice. Today, we'll delve into the Consumer Protection Act, focusing on how you can seek resolution for your grievances through various consumer forums. We'll explore the district, state, and national consumer commissions, as well as the new Central Consumer Protection Authority, or CCPA. We'll specifically highlight the Consumer Protection Act of 2019, which replaced the older 1986 Act, bringing about faster and simpler ways to address consumer complaints. So, what exactly is consumer redressal? It simply refers to the remedy or compensation provided to a consumer for any loss suffered due to faulty goods or services. It's a legal mechanism allowing consumers to claim compensation when they're dissatisfied. The primary purpose of the Consumer Protection Act is to safeguard consumer interests and establish authorities for timely and effective settlement of disputes. The 2019 Act was a crucial evolution, necessary to address modern challenges like the rise of online shopping, and it now broadly covers goods, services, e-commerce, and digital transactions. Now, who exactly is a consumer? It's defined as any person who buys goods or avails services for a payment. Importantly, these goods or services must be for personal use, not for resale or commercial purposes. This definition covers transactions made online, offline, or even through teleshopping. Consumers are also empowered by 6 fundamental rights. The first is the right to safety, which protects you against hazardous goods or services. And second, the right to information, ensuring you have access to details about the quality, quantity, purity, standard, and price of what you're buying. Continuing with consumer rights, the third is the right to choice, giving you the freedom to choose from a variety of goods and services at competitive prices. Fourth, the right to be heard, which assures that your interests will receive due consideration in appropriate forums. Fifth, the right to seek redressal, providing access to remedies against unfair practices or exploitation. And finally, the right to consumer education, which empowers you to acquire knowledge and skills to be an informed consumer. Consumers can file a complaint with the appropriate forum on several specific grounds. These include defective goods, like a faulty shoe where the product doesn't meet expected standards. There's also deficiency in service, for instance, if a beauty parlor service causes you injury because it falls short of what was promised. Lastly, unfair or restrictive trade practices, such as a product containing an unadvertised, harmful substance which manipulates price, quality, or quantity to your disadvantage. Other grounds for complaint include overcharging, which means being charged a price higher than what's legally fixed or displayed. Complaints can also be filed for hazardous goods or services, those likely to endanger life and safety. Product liability is another key ground, holding manufacturers or sellers responsible for harm caused by their defective products. And finally, misleading advertisements which deceive or mislead consumers are also actionable. The Consumer Protection Act establishes a clear 3-tier system for resolving consumer disputes. At the local level, we have the District Consumer Disputes Redressal Forum. Next, at the state level, is the State Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission. And at the national level, serving as the apex body, is the National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, often called the NCDRC. This 3-tier system also allows for an appeals process. If you're not satisfied with an order from the district forum, you can appeal to the state commission. If still not satisfied with the state commission's order, you can then appeal to the national commission. Ultimately, if the national commission's order doesn't resolve the issue to your satisfaction, the case can be taken to the Supreme Court of India. Let's look at the District Consumer Disputes Redressal Forum in more detail. These are set up in each district by the state government. Each forum consists of a president, who is or has been a district judge, and 2 other members, one of whom must be a woman. These members need a bachelor's degree and at least 10 years of experience in relevant fields. As per the latest 2021 amendment, these forums can handle complaints where the value of goods or services and the compensation claimed is up to 50 lakhs rupees. Appeals against their orders can be filed with the State Commission within 30 days. Moving up, the State Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission is established in each state. Its composition is similar: a president, who is or has been a high court judge, and 2 other members, one of whom must be a woman, with similar qualifications. Their jurisdiction covers complaints where the value of goods or services and compensation claimed is between 50 lakhs and 2 crores rupees. They also hear appeals from the district forums within their state. Appeals against a state commission's order can be filed before the National Commission within 30 days. Finally, the National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, or NCDRC, is the apex body set up by the central government. Its president is or has been a Supreme Court judge, supported by 4 other members, including at least 1 woman. Members must be at least 35 years old, hold a bachelor's degree, and possess relevant knowledge and experience. The NCDRC has jurisdiction over complaints where the value of goods or services and compensation claimed exceeds 2 crores rupees. It also hears appeals against orders from the state commissions. Appeals against the National Commission's orders can be filed directly with the Supreme Court of India. A significant new addition by the 2019 Act is the Central Consumer Protection Authority, or CCPA. This regulatory body has wide-ranging powers, including taking action on its own initiative without waiting for a complaint. It can order the recall of unsafe goods and services and impose penalties on manufacturers or endorsers for misleading advertisements. The CCPA's main goal is to promote, protect, and enforce consumer rights, acting as a proactive body to ensure consumer protection and awareness, similar to popular campaigns you might have heard of. Filing a complaint under the 2019 Act is quite flexible. You can do it both online and offline. An e-filing platform, adaakil.nic.in, is available for online complaints. Generally, you have a limitation period of 2 years from the date the issue arises to file your complaint. The Act also introduces mediation as a key feature, encouraging amicable settlement of disputes before they proceed to a formal hearing. The Consumer Protection Act of 2019 brought several key distinctions from its 1986 predecessor. For instance, regarding the place of filing, complaints can now be filed at the complainant's residence or place of work, not just where the seller's office is located. Crucially, it includes e-commerce, specifically addressing online transactions that were not covered by the 1986 Act. It also introduced specific provisions for product liability, allowing consumers to directly seek compensation for harm caused by defective products. And as mentioned, mediation was formally introduced as a legal provision to facilitate amicable settlement of disputes, a significant step towards faster resolution.